All right, all right. I was gonna listen to some music before I started this, but I'm not. I just want to come and speak to you guys about all of this insane insanity. Like, my twin is a complete and total clown. So, if you notice, the little games that are being played still every single day is just ridiculous. You got I got a jailbird trying to claim my love, which is fucking hilarious. A jailbird that I haven't contacted in 5 years, only tried to help. You got a bum and a degenerate over there trying to claim my love, even though he knows that he never had it. And then you got my twin who is completely and totally batshit out of his fucking mind, checked out to lunch. I do not have the time nor the energy to try to get that man's brain put back into his head right now. I really don't. I don't have time to force him to be right. Whatever it is that he's going to do, let him do it. Okay. But you can tell that with all of these people, um, they've, it's been an extra crazy effort to mess with my um, sexual hormones and to play with my head when it comes to my sexual being. Okay. Which, honestly, I think that a lot of these people are filled with demons that have blocked them. That's just like the crazy lady. We're gonna just call her Jigsaw. Is over on her channel telling people not to have sex, and because, sex is very painful for her. Because she's almost 60 years old. She's never gonna heal. I talk to older women all the time with a very healthy sexual appetite that would look at her like she's a nutcase, okay? All of this stuff being done, the body shaming, the sex shaming, the everything. And y'all better get ready and brace yourselves because I'm getting ready to talk about my pussy. I'm getting ready to talk about my pussy. So I know this may be TMI for some of y'all that, and I'm not saying this so that anybody can look at me in a sexual way. I am saying this and going to be perfectly honest about how I feel truly at the end of the day after I'm done dealing with these fake, false people every single day. How do I feel at the end of the day? I feel good. I feel good all over. Is how I feel. In fact, my pussy gets wetter. Not because of them, not because I would ever be turned on by that mess, because there's literally nothing human going on there with all these people. Normal human beings don't act like that. I think the only human person that's even involved in that situation is my twin, and he'll be all right. He will. He'll be all right. I know he's acting like a stupid robot, which I hate when he does that, but he's a Gemini. Geminis know how to disconnect from their emotions. He's disassociated emotionally because of everything that has happened. And, being that he's a Mercurian, men of Mercury and even some of the women can easily be placed under influence, okay, of fake fuckery. And that's what he's done. So I told him, I said, can you please take those videos down that you made? All of them, the posts where you were proclaiming your love for this Autobot slash Jigsaw bitch. He won't take it down. So I told him I'd go ahead and flag him. At the end of the day, I just ovulated. Or either I think I'm about to ovulate. Actually, I'm about to ovulate. So I'm getting ready to ovulate. And I got some ovulation test strips that are coming very soon. I don't let that fake shit bother me. None of it. And even though I enjoyed my twin quite a bit, a lot, in fact, I think that's the only time that he's able to actually be him true self is when he's bouncing around this bed with me. Okay. But even with him here, I have a vibrator and I have fingers and I love myself. My pussy is amazing. It's fucking amazing. And at the end of the day, I still lay down in this bed. And even though they know this for a fact, which is why they say disgusting things because all of them are so pathetic that, including my twin, because he is like a voyeur or something, bi curiously. Well, I don't want to say he's bi curious. Let me not say that. He's a voyeur. So they have seen certain things that they shouldn't have seen, right? So they know how I get down. I have real orgasms. I lay here and I love on myself and I play with it and I come over and over and over again. I escape from that. To me, it's a part of some fucking trolls that I'm dealing with that are connected to work. And I have to be very, very severe with this message because if I'm not, they're going to feel as though they've done something. And when my ovulation test strips get here, I'm going to take some ovulation test strips just to piss them the fuck off. Because I'm about to ovulate very soon. I can feel it. Okay. Somebody said I was taking fertility drugs. I did take fertility, like I took some Clomid because after I miscarried my son, because I was given something to make me miscarry. Didn't know it at the time, but it kind of threw my body off. And so, but that's not the cycle that I got pregnant. I got pregnant like 2 or 3 cycles later, like really 6 months later. So I ain't never needed no fertility drugs to get pregnant. And then also there is a mixture of herbs. There's like a herbal concoction that you can take while you're on your period that will literally make you ovulate and you'll ovulate very strong. I've always had a 28-day cycle. With all this bullshit, my cycle actually extended to 30 days, which was weird. But I think, again, it was another early chemical pregnancy where my body was trying to get pregnant, but it couldn't do it because there's no way that I would have ever conceived a child with somebody that is involved with that bullshit. Let's put it like that. When you look at my twin flame, and like, for example, when he would come and see me and he would walk through the door, and I would just light up when I would see him and just, when you look at him, you think it's a normal person, but it's something going on there that needs to be addressed. And I'm not even gonna lie, I miss him a lot. I do. I miss him. It's only been about a week since I seen him. There's no wife. There's only the fake bitches on YouTube. There's no wife. Okay. Except for me. But Yeah, it's weird. I'm not letting him mess up my energy. I don't give a shit what he's talking about. I am so goddamn in love with myself. That's the way you're supposed to be. And they want to destroy your self love. They want to mess with you hormonally so that they can induce various female problems and diseases in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. And for me, it's not happening. They keep trying, don't they? They sure keep trying. And pretty soon it'll be a show about how fat I am. Somebody will be talking about how hideous I am. Somebody, it's bizarre. It really is. It really is. Yeah. And it's a part of a fake reality that was fucking created that has nothing to do with me or the real me or the life that I'm living. And even though I do feel that it did have an effect when they went on their fake narcissistic smear campaign, and I personally feel as though all of those people that are doing that have like a bipolar disorder disease. And I feel like when they do things like that, I feel like they really want to die in that moment that they do that. They want to convince you that they're normal and what they're doing is normal. But if you were actually normal, why wouldn't an orgasm suffice it? Why do you really want to die? Like those people really want to die, and they do not want to be on this fucking earth. And I have seen people like that. And you know what? Each and every time I have always pulled my twin flame out of that because he's a part of that. He didn't give a fuck about himself. He didn't give a fuck about me, who I am the reflection of him. I am his reflection. We even favor a little bit in the looks department. Like our faces will sometimes even start to look the same. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He didn't care if he was lying. He didn't care if God struck him down at that moment. He goes through that and he allows it. So I'm not letting him bother me either. I'm not letting any of his bullshit bother me at all. I refuse to do it. I'm sick of it. I'm going to keep my ass on cloud nine so that I can have the tingles. These people ain't had a tingle, and they're dead inside. They are. All of them are. And I think that I still stick by what I'm saying when I say that they want to feed off of me. Um, how do I do this? I can't really cut off Mike because he's always connected with me. But what I can do is fuck up completely whoever is trying to stay connected to him so that they can feed on me via him. And I've been saying that for the past 2 years. And what I would do is I would do little rituals and stuff whenever he would go live because I stopped him from going live for a long time. Of course, it would be the same people that would flock to him because all of those people want to feed off of me through him. All of them. And I don't let them. And the person that wants to feed the most, which is Jigsaw, okay, she thought that that's what she was going to do this whole time. She has a horrible fate coming to her, I promise you, if she doesn't stop. There's no way that any woman should have to deal with this woman in social media doing that. But at the end of the day, like I said, I keep them out of my spirit. I lay in my bed. I get snuggles. I get snuggled in my bed. And I don't think about these people. The only time I have to think about them is when I'm dealing with social media. They don't get to invade in my personal private life, even though they really wish that they could. They would love to change everything in my world to make it fucked up like their world, but they can't. And it doesn't matter if they speak to my father, if they speak to my twin, nothing is going to change about it. Okay. Nothing's going to change about what's happening. It's nothing that they can do about anything. It isn't. Okay. So, and they really go through a lot of changes. These people really want to control people's minds. Okay. It's very sick. So I want to let y'all know that my pussy still works. They want to talk about my coochie all the goddamn time. Oh, don't trust me. She works. I mean, I can sit here and have 10 to 20 orgasms and not just mechanical orgasms. No, not that. It's real feel good orgasm. I'm very orgasmic. I stay orgasmic. My vibrations stay where they are supposed to stay because I can switch it off. I'm very good at that. That's why I was born on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. So that means that when I have to deal with shit bags, I'm going to deal with shit bags. When I get done, sometimes it might take me about a 5 or 10 minute, one of my favorite meditations. Otherwise, I clear my goddamn self and I'm back to being me. I'm back to living life. I'm back to enjoying myself. And I'm always enjoy myself. Yeah, I can have 20 orgasms in about, oh, well, it probably take me a good 20 to 30 minutes because I have to rest in between. But yeah, so, and I'm still very fertile. They have not changed that because y'all know throughout the years, they kept telling me I'm not going to have any more babies. It's just ridiculous people that belong where they're going to go. Okay. So I wanted to let people know that because I think people really because people will say, oh my God, how do you deal with that? People probably thought I was crushed completely over what Mike did. Cause they thought I was crushed. They thought it was gonna end me. Like, oh my God. And I'm just sitting here like, what is this fake shit? Real recognize fake. If you a real one, you can recognize some fake shit. So it's so stupid and they've done nothing but destroyed their lives. And you could tell in 2020, I don't care what nobody says, my house is gorgeous. Everything from the outside in, my house is gorgeous. People that have been doing the crazy shit that they have been doing, especially the females, the women, they still stuck where they've been stuck, where they don't want to be. And I'm where I want to be in this house until I move, until I actually get my house built. I'm exactly where I want to be, which is in this home. I love this house. Okay. Since everything is all about sex and Jigsaw is going to give her advice on how, oh, you shouldn't do this or do that. I am a goddess of many very, very good things, pleasurable things. So that's why nothing that she's ever said or did resonated with me. And I, I think that even if I were to be intimate again with my twin, I think I would have to wait at least 2 to 3 months to get that shit out of his system. I would never want to have sex with a man that is sexually motivated by her. It is such a turnoff. Completely, it's a turnoff. Even when she tries to be soft, when she's not on there saying, hit my cash out, make it clap, batch, just like what she was doing today. It's so fake and disingenuous that, like, stop it, please. Right? Stop it. Oh, Lord, ADOS guy is funny. uh, you think that really? I don't know, mm, I don't think so. I can't agree with that, ADOS guy. I can't agree with that completely and totally. Technically, me and him are not doing horrible things to each other. It's just that we are reacting to these people constantly trying to be in our energy. And he's a lot more weak minded than I am. Let's put it like that. And I put up with it only because I truly love him, feel like I can't stay away from him. So, nah, no, 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 no. Oh, they changed the thing. It now says ban user and delete their comments. Yeah. And listen, I don't watch. I don't, I don't watch that. And see, that's the whole thing about it. Jigsaw, Pigsaw, and Poe, they all got an obsession with that dude, LA. I don't care about him like that. In fact, he turns me off too. In fact, let me just say this. This is no shade to Sagittarius is out there. Y'all are not a match for me. Maybe for other Cancer sun signs, or maybe even for other water signs. That boy is a Sagittarius. He's not a Scorpio. Because I know for a fact that he's a Sagittarius. I think I've seen his birthday. I just don't have, I like, it has never been, Sagittarius is not a sign for me. In fact, I'm so Gemini dominant that that's an opposite sign for me. So I'm not drawn to him in any way whatsoever. There is zero compatibility between me and him. Zero compatibility. In fact, I've been accused of trying to be, or either being like him, but in reality, he tries to be like me. For example, he's going to go live and he's going to spin it. He's going to say, oh, you're like me because I have multi orgasms. Well, first of all, he got that from me in 2016. He got that from me, but he doesn't even know how to say multi orgasm. It's multiple orgasm. No, but I think that those people definitely push the envelope. I think that I mean, at the end of the day, I do blame my twin for doing stupid shit and for being a part of that shit. And instead of just standing up like a man and saying, "Hey, I don't want to talk to you people. I'm out." He allows them to play him into going back to that sector, which is totally fucking ridiculous. It's so fake that it's unreal. It almost is like a computer software program. The unbelievableness of it all, it just, and if you ever start to believe in anything that they say in that sector, you truly need to have your head examined, either by a therapist or a spiritualist. You need your head examined. If you believe anything at all that they say, it's a house of lies, but there's no house. Pretty much is what it is. It's just all things that are totally untrue. The constant lying, the constant, um, for example, when the jailbird went on Mike's show and told him that I was stalking him. At that moment, he knew he was lying, but he said it anyway. Giving them a dose of their own medicine that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, nah, that's not stalking. Bringing awareness, nah, that's not stalking. And he need to be careful because he's in prison. He's very vulnerable in that prison cell. They gonna have to put him in solitary for the rest of his term, which is another 10 years. They gonna have to put him in solitary for the rest of his term. Because you would think a person in jail would like stop committing crimes. Exactly. Oh, trust me, it'll be quicker than a few weeks. Heather, that's if I let him come back. Cause I literally feel like he's got barnacles on him since he's been he had a conversation with that fake jigsaw lady. You know, God only knows what negative effects that person has had over his brain. So he's going to have to be cleansed for real. He's going to have to be, there's no way. If you are a woman that is of sound mind, body, and spirit, and you are intuitive, like you got good sense, you're not going to allow him to talk to those women in that sector or even be in that sector. So if he actually had a real woman in his life besides me, she would be online doing the same exact shit that I'm doing. And if it's a real relationship, surely you wouldn't have to depend on that sector to keep your man in line. Surely you wouldn't have to do that. You wouldn't have to uh depend on that sector to keep your relationship together in real life. So there's no woman that's doing that. There's none. Okay. Nobody has to do that. And a real woman is going to intuitively say, you cannot talk to those people. Period. Period. None of them about anything. And I would tell them personally, okay, if I was his woman, hypothetically, okay, which I have told them. I've came on here and said, quit contacting him. Don't contact him again. That is what his real woman would say to that entire group of people. She would say, stay away from my husband. She would not be cool with people contacting him, talking about, hey, I want to suck some penis. I want to say, there would be curses going up for that person. So his real woman would be giving those people hell. She would not be sitting back having a conversation with any of them, with any of them, under any circumstances. Okay. So, I don't care what y'all say. All that shit is a fantasy. It's a fallacy. All of it is. And I'm tired of even talking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Do I look like I don't have nothing else better to talk about? And then these days, when I do come on here with better things to talk about, it's only a select few on this channel now. And they want to convince people that because of a fucking channel, A YouTube channel that is just all over. Oh my God, we got your channel blocked up and locked up. Oh my God. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's a YouTube channel. I have a website, meaning that, first of all, I could get another channel, build over there, link my website, but then I can also do search engine optimization on my website. So this shit that they try to do is so stupid. It's so stupid. No, we're not. That's what I don't see. ADOS guy, you ain't shit. ADOS guy ain't shit. You funny though. No, we have nothing to fight about. All this shit was made up. Me and Mike have nothing to actually fight about. We don't. When we were fighting in social media previously, it was because he was being a henchman. Otherwise, in real life, me and him have nothing to argue about. Okay, except for when I tell him that he's having an episode and that he's under mind control or some shit or he's tripping. Otherwise, me and him get along fine. And this is not about like, it's just the truth. It's not about trying to impress somebody or be validated. That has nothing to do with it. Plenty of women have turbulent relationships and they're successful in business. Surely a turbulent relationship, like they tried every angle and none of it made any sense. So if I have a turbulent relationship, that means what? Like none of it made any sense. Oh, well, check this out. Like she has a turbulent relationship. What the fuck does that have to do with what I'm doing here? What does that have to do with my company and what I do for a living? It has nothing to do, one has nothing to do with the other. It's weird. And y'all know it is. Like the only reason why y'all think it's normal is because y'all see people in their chat. That's the only reason why y'all kind of accept it as some kind of normalcy because they have to have a chat room. They have to have a lot of people in their chat room. Those are bots. Whether or not they're actual bots and with sprinkled in with some real people, those are not, it's not real. None of it is real and it's not a part of reality. You see what I'm saying? It's not a part of a real reality and it has nothing to do with witchcraft. And it for damn sure don't have nothing to do with hoodoo. Okay, so we cutting all that out. I've got videos by witches that I need to get caught up on, and at this point, what I want is for them to completely get out of his consciousness. Because if I can get them out of his consciousness, then I won't ever think of it because I can tell when he's upset. Everything that that man goes through, just like ever since he hasn't been making videos of that, he claims that I stress him out. No, that sector stresses you out. But otherwise, everything that he feels, I feel. Every time he gets upset, when he has anxiety, when he's not feeling well, I feel all of that. And so when he is, I can tell everything that he's doing. The reason why I can do that is because of the connection, because I feel everything that he feels. Yeah, I can feel when he's angry. I can feel when he's happy. He has not been happy. It drives me nuts. There's always a remedy for that, though. I'm going to tell you one thing because I do have dolls of the two of us. He's seen them, he's seen our dolls. He knows it. You right, Heather. I'm telling you. And I'm going to do something about that because, I don't like for him to be feeling that way. And then, especially this newest thing with lying ass Jigsaw. And this stalking ass dude from prison, I told you people in prison can stalk you. They can by doing that kind of shit. And dude is factually stalking me. How dare you just randomly get online with a man? He probably really has no idea what's really transpired between me and Mike. And you gonna go on his show and tell him to lie to his damn face through your stinking teeth and breath. I'm telling you, that's exactly what homeboy did. I got some packages out here, y'all. So and I'm just sitting up there looking at it like karma will come and pay your ass a visit, because that's a lie. Give a damn what he says. He can call me ugly, he can talk all that lies and bullshit, but he knows that I fell in love with him at first sight, and I intend to keep those women away from him. It's disgusting the way that they just wanted to speak to him and talk to him because of me. It was just so disgusting. It really was. The worst display that you could ever see from the female gender was happening. So, hey, yeah, coffee. So I'm about to drink coffee. They didn't have my chicken leg quarters at the grocery store, y'all. Y'all know them chicken leg quarters is the best thing going. I don't care what nobody. That's like the best cut of meat. I don't know if it is it. I wonder if it's because it's like it's I don't know. It's a very moist cut of meat. It's very good. I don't like. It's hard to find them too. It's got a little piece of liver in there too. They didn't have them at the store. I'm thinking, of course they sold out. Of course. But I'm about to make some baked chicken. It's like 9 o'clock. I'm cooking late again. Ah, oh well, it happens. So that's what I'm about to do, y'all. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be laying here, that just spirit bubbles, just all around me, like bubbles. Yeah, like honestly, I'll be over here like a little kid just waiting for my sky daddy to bless me, and that's exactly what the fuck happens. I'm telling you. He just be like, you know what messages I get from God, and God doesn't try to watch me, have sex. God's not a pervert. But you know what God always tells me? The messages that I get from God is that don't you worry, I got you. That's it. He always tells me that. Don't worry, I got you. Okay. And if I'm ever delayed, I'm not denied. That's exactly what God always tells me. Do not worry ever because I got you. All the time, like through this whole crazy ass experience. I trust in God more than a group of stalkers. Trust me on that. So he's just like, get you a slip and slide and a little outdoor pool, little kiddie pool for the baby to play in. Okay? And enjoy your summer. Enjoy life. Okay? Why is that when he leaves room? It ain't even just when he can, I kind of tend to like to stay the hell away from him whenever he's messing around with those people, but it just completely turns my stomach seeing him talk to any of them. Ugh. Mm-mm. And then especially when you consider the fact that it's so fake. It's so fake. It's like I've asked him, why are you doing this to me again? Because like this is insanity. I personally think that he's testing me. Or he's driving me crazy. Okay. What are you looking at, Lena? Lena Bina. I have the cutest cat, y'all. She is so adorbs. And you know what I did? I did this the wrong. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to write on this one too. God dang it, y'all. I gotta go. When I tell y'all that I go through a lot of ink pens, I done already used almost a whole ink pen in like a day. It's so weird. So I got some work to do because I didn't realize that I had 2 pages to write out here. So I am going to go. She a torty right. Mary actually ran away. She actually I didn't get her spaded, and so she was in heat, and she actually left. She just disappeared one day. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you, dude, because you cool with that dude that's stalking me. Mm-mm. I'm sorry. Listen. If you are cool with somebody that's stalking me, I can't speak to you. Especially if you cool with old boy who has told nothing but lies on me. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I can't. I can't be fake. I can't sit up here and fake pretend triple darkness that I'm cool with you. I cannot do it. Okay? Because we all know that even though Jigsaw did some and said some fucked up shit, like like that shit was real fucked up what she did, you know what I'm saying? Just blatantly lying the way that she did last month on the 23rd of April of 2023. Mhm. Trying to make me look like I'm some weirdo or sicko like her, and I've never been like that. But for you to be cool with that dude and like up in his face and shit, like no. So I'm not trying to be cool with, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. You are evil and dysfunctional if you are cool with that dude, especially. You realize that he terrorized me at my house. And y'all just be in his chat room like it ain't shit. So my life obviously don't mean a fucking thing to you. It doesn't. And I'm not cool with him just because y'all be so confused. These people be confused, Heather Martinez. They be so damn confused. They thought just because I went on dude's platform that I was cool with him or anything that he does. No, I was communicating with somebody. That's all I was doing. That doesn't mean that I'm cool with him or I'm trying to kiss his ass. I told him in his face how I felt about him. So, for y'all to still be cool with that shit, like I'm talking about an actual real person was outside my door. Thank Not outside my door, outside of my house. Thank God I got my railroad spikes in the ground out there because she was not able to come past my yard. She wasn't. Okay. But for y'all to just be cool and shit, like, and it would, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It would be such a fucking shame if I would have gotten killed because of that sector. Everybody in that sector would be fucked up because that would make no sense. Even though I talk shit, I got a mouth on me. I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't even like to speak that way. Sometimes my voice gets hoarse when I talk too fucking much. I have to be quiet. But like for y'all to just be cool with that shit and you ain't saying shit to this nigga and you big up in him and shit. I'm sorry. That's some fucking sick ass shit. Okay, that's sick. Like, and y'all, and this shit happened like what, a year ago? And y'all act like the shit never happened. He should have been canceled after that shit. That was some real bitch shit. That was disgusting what they did. That girl had no reason to do that and then bragged about it. Bragged about it as if they supposed to get pointers and points for being weak motherfuckers. You skip past everybody else that you have a problem with in that sector and you come to my house where me and my babies lay our head with that foolishness. No, that shit was wrong as hell. And thank God for God. I keep a close relationship with God. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Them people in that sector are batshit crazy. You have got to be out of your mind to even, like, the sector should have been over after that. It was over pretty much. And it's a lot of shit I could have did, man, the past couple of years. Y'all realize that I could have really, really exposed a lot of shit. And because I always keep receipts and back shit up, you realize that I got correspondence from Janice, from her, like all of the correspondences. The only reason why I did not do that is because I am a professional and they did pose as clients. So I don't want to violate my client, which, covenant. But a lot of the shit that I spoke about certain people was the truth. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like, I was looking through some old phone conversations, text messages between me and Janice, where she's actually talking about Amanda. And everything that I said, everything that me and Janice would talk about, but the problem was that Janice had the same problem. So I'm not going there with them. I decided that I'm gonna keep it professional and not release that stuff because I think that they were pushing and they're pushing it. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for what? That sector has no damn power over me. Me and Mike been fighting for years. It ain't never stopped my flow. Why would it do that all of a sudden? So clearly, that shit for me as a witch, if reality was to all of a sudden change, shit, I would change fucking reality. I'm a witch. I can make this whole damn earth shift if I need to. So I don't even want to hear it no more. And I hate the fact that because we already know that old boy is gonna go live. He's gonna say, "Oh, she was cooking Phoenix." No, I'm not cooking Phoenix. Why do they try to make it seem like when somebody speaks the truth that that's roasting? That's not roasting. Y'all don't roast. If what y'all consider me doing roasting right now, then y'all ain't nowhere close to roasting. I guess I must be the roast goddamn God. If you consider telling the truth, because none of those people speak the truth. Why in the hell would I be all up in Mike's butt, all up his butt, all up his butt for 4 years straight if I actually wanted somebody else at all? It don't. Like we're not even talking about just the bum. We're talking about all of them. All of them have came up in Mike's inbox talking about, Jamila actually wants to be with me. Like, yeah, really? Yeah, like she flirted with me. You shouldn't be with her. She's actually in love with me. Huh? So this the reason why I don't pay no attention to that shit. That's just like I said yesterday whenever Talir went live. And that sector is truly a place where people go to die or either to commit fucking the that I can't say the S word, but they go there to self-destruct because the lies are real. And even if you try to act like you believe in them lies, you know that them lies ain't the truth. Okay. So I don't even want to hear it. And I think the best thing for them to do is to just let God have the last word. Because what is he gonna do? Go live and argue with a person that's never met up with him and said, "I'm gonna call the police on you if you ever come by my house." You gonna argue with that person that says that? How? How do you argue with that? And yeah, we know that Mike hasn't shown any loyalty to me in that sector. Fuck, so what? Who cares? That sector is not that fucking important. That sector does not make the sun rise or what do they call that? Set. They don't make the sun rise or set. Who cares? So it's not that important. That's just like when Mike gets mad at me because of that sector. How is it that important when we know it's funny mirror time? Whenever that sector comes up, it's literally like being at a goddamn clown show where none of it is real. It's all made up bullshit entertainment, made up script done over and over again by Jigsaw and other people. Who gives a damn? You think it's gonna stop people from living their life? And it's while it was it's very, they are so inappropriate. It's just I don't I'm done talking about it. It's time for me to go. I've been here for almost an hour. That's enough. Okay, they can argue with me all they want. It's pointless. It's futile. So they can continue to argue and lie. I say that for me, I feel the best thing to do is to just stop watching, period. And I've said that so many times. That I can tell when my audience that I've spoken to about this, I can tell when my audience is watching, and I can also see whenever Mike is watching. Ooh, Ice Cube just started a live video on Instagram. That's my cue. I'm gonna go and watch my boy real quick. I don't never catch him live. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Blessings to y'all. Okay. Happy full moon too, because it's definitely full moon. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.